Hey everyone, welcome to Chuck's Guitar Geekery. Today I'm comparing my old Epiphone with my newish 2019 Gibson. This is also maybe a cry for help to maybe hopefully think I'm not crazy. Although I now have this Gibson, I still find myself playing this old Epiphone more. And this Gibson is a great guitar. It feels amazing, it's got that Les Paul sound we all know and love. Epiphone is a bit of an odd duck. Now, I mean, they're quite similar in, as far as visual aesthetics. This Epiphone is a bit of an odd duck. It's got a bolt-on neck. The 97 Korean-made one. It's actually an LP300. It's not a Les Paul standard. That's why it has a bolt-on neck. And I replaced all the electronics on it with Guitar Fetish electronics. So these are Alnico 2 Classic humbuckers with their quick plug system that has the coil tapping. The Gibson, I can't remember exactly which ones are on here, but it has Alnico 5 magnets. I do remember that. Alnico 2 pickups tend to be a little bit more mellow sounding, a little less output than Alnico 5 pickups, which will have a bit more bite to them. And before we go any further, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow my channel. Frankly, if you're watching this in early 2020, you're going to be home for a while anyways, so why not watch some more content? Also, if you want one of these Guitar Geek t-shirts, I'll have a link for it below on Zazzle. You can put this Guitar Geek design on pretty much anything. You can put it on a coffee mug, mouse pad, other kinds of t-shirts, whatever you want. What's wrong with me that I keep going back to this old Epiphone? This is a $200 at a pawn shop guitar. This is a $2,500 guitar. And this is an amazing guitar. I cannot reiterate that enough. This is also an amazing guitar. Combination of the bolt-on neck and the different electronics, they do sound pretty different. Why not? I'll go through the sounds now. Do an Orange Terror stamp. We'll start with kind of a low gain. Then I'll hit the front of the amp with a Boss SD1, and then I'll do clean tones between the two. Okay, so now hearing them back to back, I can describe it as it just has that mid-range grunt. Like, it's a very in-your-face tone. The Epiphone's a little more mellow, but at the same time, with a bolt-on neck. And as far as I can tell, I can't find definitive specs because it's from 1997, but from what I keep reading, it's an all-maple body. So it's not a mahogany with a maple cap. It's all maple neck. So, like, unplugged acoustically, it has a pretty, like, quick attack, pretty snappy. And I think some of that comes through when you hear it. It's definitely less output than the Gibson, but I think that's more due to the Alnico 2 versus Alnico 5. This also has coil tapping on it, which I just love a single coil neck sound. And frankly, when I'm doing demos of pedals and amps and stuff, I like having the coil tap option because I can demonstrate both a humbucker and... I mean, I know coil tapping isn't the exact same as like a Strat pickup, but it's in the ballpark. So let me know, am I crazy for still keep going back to this old Epiphone? Honestly, if you watched my videos when I first got this, my wife surprised me with this. By surprised me, she said it's for our newborn son. It'll be his one day if he wants to learn, or if he just wants to sell it when he gets old enough and I can't play anymore. Not to be morbid, but when I die, all my guitars are my kids' anyways, so if they want to fight over them or sell them, I'll be dead, not my problem. The one I like less, look at the Epiphone, how about that? And I know for 2020, Epiphone has revamped their line. I have yet to be able to get my hands on one of those. But honestly, as far as Les Pauls, I feel set. So if I got one of them, I'd probably get one of the P90 SG Junior type or something. Or the SG Special, I guess it would be. I don't know. Am I crazy? Am I overthinking it? Should I just put this Epiphone in the trash and focus on getting this Gibson good and broken in? Now, I don't know if you noticed through the playing samples when I was switching back and forth between the guitars. The Epiphone, I would just lean against the wall. The Gibson was off to the side on a good Hercules stand. Because honestly, the break angle of the headstock on each, the Epiphone has a lot less break angle than the Gibson, so I am terrified to death of breaking a Gibson neck. I at least want the guitar to have some age on it before I go do anything like that. And the Epiphone, you know, when I got it, already had some dings on it. I got it from a pawn shop. It's 23 years old. But also, you're looking at a veneer versus a full maple cap. The veneer has more, as they would say, flame to it. Although it's just a veneer, it's very one-dimensional looking. This Gibson really, they said it's a AA maple top, but very subtle flame, but you really have to look at it at different angles for it to come out. And that's what makes a full maple cap, and why Gibson's, part of the reason Gibson's cost so much more is that full maple cap with a good flame on it. It's really three-dimensional. I don't know, am I crazy? Do you hate this video? Either way, let me know. And until next time, cheers.